I'm Mia, and I can't really tell you the last time I did kind of like a classic date night look. So yeah, I think I want to do date night is a stretch, but something a little more sultry, a little more smoky. Basically, a look that I generally don't do. So I'm going to start off with this Natasha Denona Mini Eye Sculpt palette. And I'm first going to go in with the shade Light, which is like a cool toned, like light taupey color. If I can find my mirror. And I'm just going to start blending this into the crease, just so I have a little definition before I start building upon that and making it like deeper and smokier. I had words to say and I just completely forgot what they were. But I am also super sorry in advance about how much I will be talking about my trip to New York, because it's exciting. I've never gone on like a trip like this by myself, and I also like to plan ahead for certain things. Something like that, I already have my itinerary, like I have an itinerary started and I have a packing list started already. I mean, right now it's April. But obviously I started the list in late March for a trip that's in the middle of July. Type A, but only sometimes. And then I'm going to take the shade Medium on a slightly denser brush and start patting that down and flicking out to blend a little. That's warmer than I thought it was going to be. But I picked up a shift today. It ended early, thank God, but figure film today at least so I can get a head start. I want to get a head start anyways, that way come my trip for New York, since I will be gone all of the days that I usually film something, that way I can hopefully still have videos posted for that week. Again, that's assuming I don't go, oh, I have videos, I'll be fine if I don't do anything this weekend. Which is the more likely scenario. I'm just going to blend a little under the eyes. And I did take that brush that I originally went in with the shade Light, just to help blend the two colors together. And then on a slightly denser brush, I am taking just the shade Black, tapping it off a little, because I don't want to go too overwhelming on it. And I'm just going to focus that kind of on the outer corner. And I'm going to blend this out with a clean brush, because I don't want it to get everywhere that I don't want it to be. I lied. I'm not going to blend out with a clean brush. I dirtied that brush for no reason. I'm just taking some of the shade Medium again, and I'm going to blend it out the black using this shade. I feel like I look weird, but again, I don't do these types of looks, and this palette is a lot more cool toned than I'm used to. Blend it a little into the front, because I haven't decided yet if I want to put any shimmer or not. I also ate in a decent sized sandwich before I started doing this, so I am tired and I want to take a nap. Oh, but the sandwich was so good. It was a chicken cutlet sandwich with Spanish and artichoke dip, roasted red peppers, mozzarella, balsamic glaze, and pesto. And I love Spanish and artichoke dip anyways, like as a dip for pita chips, so to have it on a sandwich, I was living my best life. But it was huge and I'm ready for a nap. But it's like 4:30, so a nap would mean my sleep schedule's messed up for the day and I have to go open tomorrow. So, not so yay. I did also have the idea of doing a full face of my Sephora sale recommendations, except I don't know why I didn't do it when I got up here. I also haven't had any caffeine today, so I'm a little tired. Anyways, I think this is okay for now. I'm going to take the Milk Makeup Infinity eyeliner in the shade, what is the shade? Outer Space. And I'm just going to tightline my waterline, and I think just tightline because I want to do a winged liner. I know, who am I? Also, my allergies have been acting up today, so I don't even know if this is going to stick because of how watery my eyes have been all day. There we go. Whew. And also my skin has started again, oilier again. And I really hate having like combination skin. Because in the winter my skin is dry as hell. And like the skin under my eyebrows will flake. But like the moment it's like March or April, my skin is oily again, and it's not great. I think I'm going to do an eyeliner. This is the Danessa Myricks Linework eyeliner pen in the shade Onks. And very carefully, because I can't do eyeliner. The only thing that sucks about this pen is that it leaks a lot at the base. Because this is a little old anyway, so it's starting to decay on me. But I can clean that up, that's fine. Though neither of those are the same shape. Damn. It's okay. I'm gonna clean this up when I put on lashes, so it's not gonna be totally uneven. I took some of the Danessa Myricks Colourfix foil in the shade Milky Way. I don't know if a shimmer is gonna make or break this. So let's try. I'm taking it on a very small brush so I have control of it. Oh yeah. I just know that I don't have too many cool tone sparkly things, so it would have just had to been white if I didn't find this. Yeah. I haven't used the shade too much, but I know I like the Colorfix formulas, the foil ones too, because they are so insanely sparkly. I could have used a bigger brush, but I was just precaution. These do dry relatively quickly, so you need to move quickly. But that also means they don't go anywhere once they're on your eyes. I need to go fix the shape of my eyeliner because I totally messed that up. And I need to put on lashes, but I will be back. I'm back with some lashes and a cleaned up eyeliner, thank God. And we're gonna do skin prep. I'm gonna use my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops, to no one's surprise. But I plan on using a more matte foundation, so to help it not look cakey or dry, I usually go in with a super hydrating base to kind of prevent that. Ugh. And I need to wash my hair tonight, which is not ideal. It's not a fun time. But I did get a color depositing conditioner, so yay me. I got Manic Panic apparently has one. It's Rock and Roll Red or something like that. Oh no, it's a deep enough red that my color stays red. And then I'm gonna go in with my NYX Plump Right Back Serum Primer. I don't know how to put a lid on, apparently. Oh, but I do need to get like a makeup bag and like a travel bag, because I don't have either. Because again, I don't usually travel, so I don't have a bag big enough for multiple days worth of clothing. I got rid of my backpack once I graduated high school, obviously, so... And that was too long ago. So if anyone has any, like, travel bag recommendations, because I need room for a dress and pair of shoes for Sunday night. 2 days worth of real clothes and then pajamas and still something to wear back on the train. So yeah. And again, I still need a makeup bag because I'm gonna do my makeup there. I'm gonna do my skincare when I'm there. I'm not just having those loose in my bags. So I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Superstay Lumi Matte Foundation. I actually really like this. It's not, obviously it's not luminous, but it's not one of those dry, clings to every pore kind of matte. So I just took a little bit on the back of my hand. I like using this in thin layers. And I'm just gonna, and then this is a BK Beauty 109 brush. Thin layers. I feel like this might be my version of unrecognizable makeup because I don't usually do eyeshadow like this. I don't like cool tones. I don't think they look good on me. So I usually try to avoid them. Oh, the neighbor dog is out again. I can hear her yelling. Alright, like I said, I went in thin layers and this is looking pretty good. And we're going to go in a slightly different order than I usually do. I'm going to take the Rare Beauty bronzer stick in the shade Bright Side. This is a little more, I was going to say a little more cool toned, but it's not very cool toned still. Looks like peanut butter on my face. What the hell? It's sad because this is the more cool toned of the two shades that I have. And this is not very cool toned. And I'm just going to blend this in. But I think I'm going to go in with a contour after this because I want it to be a little more unrecognizable makeup than not. Even though that wasn't my original plan. But it makes sense. Ooh, forgot about my nose. Oopsies. And I'm going to take some of the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand, the contour one, in the shade Very Light. I really don't like this formula, but this is the coolest contour that I own. So I'm going to place that mostly on by my cheekbones to really give like a hollowed and snatched effect. Again, see? Who is she? I'm going to do a little bit more nose contour. Just a little, because I'm not great at it to begin with. I at least like to give the illusion of a straight nose. Slightly smaller, dense brush. Again, I don't want it to be like super skinny and snatched, but I want it to look even for once. And like, it's not an untreated, like, broken nose. I saw pictures of me recently when I was younger, and it was the same exact shape. So. Blend it into the orbital bone a little. Bam bam. It's fine. Now I need to pick a blush, which is going to be the hardest part. I'm going to take the Colourpop blush sticks in the shade Mini Me. I'm just going to kind of focus that right here. This is my first time using this, so I have no idea how it's going to blend out. If it blends out a little orange, I'm going to scream. No nose blush. I know. And with a little tiny denser brush, gonna I don't know how I feel about that color. I might need to go in with another layer. It's not giving what needs to be gave. I'm going to blend it a little under here because I still need to go in with concealer, so it's fine. Again, I'm going to go in with a little more because, again, I like more blush anyways. But if I keep it more here, it's going to help. I'm going to focus it right about until my eye. if I have a lipstick that matches this. I might just do a liner and gloss again. I've been doing that a lot lately. Just a liner and lip gloss. But I really like this blush color, actually. It might be the kind of pink blush I've been looking for. So for concealer, I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. And I'm going to place just a little here, here. I've got to blend under my chin. This is why I notice these things now. I think that's fine. I am going to let this sit a minute while I blend out what was supposed to be my jaw contour and bronzer. I'm going to start blending here and in the middle of my forehead first. Just because I don't necessarily, not that I don't care, but it doesn't need to be the most high coverage there. I'm going to blend out with a foundation brush under my blush to kind of give me that cut effect. And the little I put right here. And then with my usual concealer brush, I'm gonna start blending under the eyes. And even though this isn't how I usually, usually do my concealer and blush, it does still look nice. I'm just not necessarily as focused on it being kind of subdued. I'm gonna go in with a little less highlighter than usual. I know. This is from Makeup Forever. This is the Artist Highlighter in the shade Rever Pearl. I did put this in my Sephora sales recommendation video. This is so soft and pretty. If you want more than a cream highlighter, where it's just like dewy and like glowy, but less than like a 2016 highlighter. Just a little soft. It's a nice sheen. It's not like obviously glittery. Kind of gives you like a lit from within kind of look. So for lips, I'm going to start with the MAC lip pencil in the shade Cool Spice. I had some lip balm on, I just needed to get rid of it. And just gonna overline. See, it's funny because this really isn't cool toned. But I still like the shade, and this is the coolest toned thing I have. And then like usual, I'm just going to blend out a little so there's no harsh lines. And then I'm going to go in with the MAC Lustreglass Lipstick in the shade Thanks It's MAC. I love this color. And then I'm taking some of the Half Magic glitter drip, and then I'm taking some of the Half Magic Drip Glitter Lip Gloss in the shade Y2K Vixen. I know I've been using this a lot. Y2K Cherub. I know I've been using this a lot, but this is like the perfect like cool toned edition. And then I'm gonna apply that with just a lip brush. Alright, I need to somehow go deal with my bangs, but I will see you in a second. So this is the finished look. I think I need to trim my bangs because these are still way too long. They should be more like up here. But that will be me in about an hour and a half problem when I take a shower. But I like this. I don't usually do something like this. Like, I don't usually do like a cool tone smoky eye. But I like it. I think it looks cute. And I really how the lips and the cheek look too. Kind of slay. Also, I know I didn't talk more this video. Like I said, I am so tired. I was too tired to pretend and like be personable today, but I want to get ahead on filming because I didn't do anything on Sunday besides get my nails done. I know I showed them last video, but they're kind of like a corally peach tone. It's really cute, really spring-like. But yeah.